Hi, I'm Freya Kane. I'm a junior developer at Dynamic and I came from Leeds Beckett Uni.
My name's Oliver Butler. I'm a junior creative designer at Dynamic and I come from Leeds Beckett University.
I found out about Dynamic through uni. The job advert kind of got emailed out to everyone and I read both the descriptions and then I just thought I really wanted to apply because it sounded really good.
So what kind of stood out to us initially was just the whole kind of ethos around Dynamic, and it's such a social environment.
I think the people at Dynamic are all really friendly. I've worked with a lot of different people since I've been here, so I've worked with the design team, the developers, even the sales team. But even if you don't work with someone, you do have an opportunity to meet them at like all the social events and things like that, so you will eventually end up meeting everyone at the company and you'll just know that they're all really nice and friendly.
Just for instance, at lunchtime there's a pool table in the games room that you can just go and just chill out with your friends. Everyone's just so outgoing and lovely, and it's like what you'd expect at a creative company. So the support and training that you receive is incredible. You get assigned to a tutor that you pretty much correspond with and shadow.
They have a plan that's really detailed day by day on certain softwares where you kind of learn small bits at a time, but I think it's better because it means you can go away and like learn it your own way rather than having to do it in a structured way.
You have like weekly meetings with your tutor and also your manager as well, and this is a good time just to talk about feedback, what you've been working on, how you find in the company.
They're just really helpful in general, like if you're ever stuck on anything you can just ask anyone and they'll be able to help you out. I am employed as a developer, but I'm kind of an all-rounder. I mainly do content where I'm building modules, so like software like Storyline, Rise, things like that. You do get trained on a lot of different software, so you can be using something different each day. And then sometimes I do also do some design work where I'll do like motion graphics and things like that, but I'll be like designing the module and how it looks. So there's a lot of like different things that I can do, like it varies a lot, which is really exciting.
So a typical day as a designer really isn't really that typical, to be honest, because you can use so many different Adobe softwares like Illustrator, After Effects, InDesign, XD, just to create like apps, graphic design, motion graphics, and there's also a chance to do 3D work with Cinema 4D. Myself personally, I've done quite a lot of 3D work here, and I feel like I've just become much more of a confident modeler. If you're looking to apply for a placement, I would just say go for it. Any experience is good experience, even if it is just the interview process.
There's no harm in applying, and like you never know what could happen.
But if you do happen to get it, then it's just an incredible experience just to get so much valuable real-world experience just to take into your final year.
I do think if you are going to put a portfolio together, you should have a range of different things that you're doing. So for me, I enjoyed a lot of stuff at uni that was different, so I added design work and web design, things like that. And I think it's always good to show a range of skills, even if it's not your favourite work. You should still like show them what you can do, because I originally applied as a designer, but because they saw my web work and things like that, they like offered me a developer role because they said I could do both, and because they knew I was an all-rounder, that was just the best opportunity for me. But I wouldn't have known that if I didn't add in the work, even though I didn't think it was the best like work that I'd ever done.
So going into my final year at uni will be so much easier after experiencing this placement.
It'll help me with my organisational skills, time management, and I've even developed just my skills in general that I can then apply to the course.
Basically the skills that I've picked up over the last year has been obviously of industry standard, and I've picked up so many different kind of like tips and tricks. I just feel like I've just become just so much better and more confident just creating illustrations and motion graphics. For instance, I've picked up skills like I just know how long a motion graphic is to make.
but also just in general, like my skills as a developer and a designer have made so much progress since I've been here that I know once I get back my work is going to be just way better quality and I'm more likely to get one of the higher grades now that I've done the placement.
And I've just collated so many different resources from my tutor and everyone else around the company. I've also worked with different teams like project managers and developers as well. Everyone kind of comes together as a full unit just to get a project done.